Am I live? Is this thing? Oh shit! It is.
It works?
Yeah, it works.
Welcome back to Twitch, you bitch.
Thank you, bud.
Welcome back
I
to
wonder
Twitch,
how this
you
shit's gonna
bitch.
go.
Did he get a mic? Maybe he should get like a chalkboard and he writes down the things he wants to say and just holds them up to the camera.
I think that'd be all right.
Yeah.
I can do that.
I mean, he barely speaks in more than 2 or 3 syllables at a time anyway, so.
It should be easy to write on
Yeah.
a chalkboard and keep up.
Mm-hmm.
Nick,
That's very cool.
I like all your ghosts up there.
There needs to be more.
Can we get some folks
In chat, please.
in the tweets? Can we get some tweets out there?
Oh, the tweeters.
This should be now.
Shit. Oh, bacon. That's one hell of an angle.
Is that right up his nose?
Yeah.
It's 1 2 2 3 or 1 2 3.
It is canned official.
It's official. No. That's what you should be saying. I don't get it. Why doesn't he just use the microphone from his webcam for one night? Just be really good with his mute button. Right?
You just gotta tell him to do it.
Fucking guy. He is kind of like a chef in a
I'm
restaurant,
out for
right?
tonight. Can't get anything to work, he says.
He needs to say it in my chat.
Yeah.
I
Gotta
can't
show
say
up
it.
in your chat.
Yeah, and then I can tell him off. Or, tell him how to do it.
Nick, Snake, Antelope, Steve.
I've been drinking tequila for like the last hour and a half.
Tequila makes your clothes fall off.
No. Still wearing clothes. I mean, at least
Okay, good.
I'm wearing the normal amount of clothes that I usually wear when I'm streaming.
Just a shirt.
And nothing else. Oh, I also
right.
wear one sock that I won't tell you where.
In case you stand up. That must be an ankle sock.
It is a dress sock, and it's from a cheerleader uniform. It's like
Yeah, it's definitely an ankle sock.
it's my baby sock actually. All right, so
Damn it.
good to go. Good there. Swoop. There we go. And shaboopy.
Shaboopy. That girl is hard to get.
All right, let's play the theme song. You guys ready?
Ready?
Theme song ready.
Theme song ready. If Bacon shows up in chat, just tell him to use his stupid webcam microphone and just be good on the mute button. He can probably hear me, right?
Yeah, probably.
Just do that. Here's the theme song. Hope you guys love it. I wrote it. No, I didn't. Nice.
Holy shitballs.
That's a good song.
Hello, Twitch.
Live again for another week.
Hey, it's episode 28.
Tam Tam says hello.
Hey, Tram.
Snake called you a tram.
I'm gonna start calling her T-Tops. What you think about that?
He said he's gonna start calling you T-Top. What do you think about that? She said, "What the fuck? I want to know why."
Crosby said poops.
He said, "Tam Tam's too big, too long."
Yep, I'm tired of saying Tam Tam. It's been fucking 2 years. She's T-tops now. Probably.
He says it's official. You're T-Tops now.
Like a 77.
She said, "Okay."
What's up, Crosby? Hey guys, welcome to episode 28 of the best show I've ever done.
Longest? No, I was gonna say longest running, but I think Double Trouble was a little longer, wasn't it? As of right now.
I don't know, to be honest.
Something. Hey Steve, are you following this chat? I don't know.
Obi-Wan, what's up, pal? Someone is missing, and he's having an issue with his microphone. I guess his microphone went out. And then, of course, with Bacon, that means that everything else that was ever touched the microphone ever in its entire existence is now not working either. So
He is reinstalling Windows.
he's probably rebuilding a PC with a fucking soldering iron and some tweezers right now.
I probably should have looked over my fucking rules, my chat rules. I haven't even looked at that. Oh god.
You don't need rules around here, man.
It's okay.
And
my first stream back to Twitch was also just an absolute mess.
Dude, I'm loving it. I am so super fucking glad. Like honestly, it fucking blows dick that Mixer shat the bed the way that it did. But like, all you fuckers come back to Twitch is pretty fucking neat, right? Right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess it could be sweet. Listen,
Puts pretty much everybody under the same umbrella, and your directory can just be
right, and it's like
It does.
like
social place.
It was
It's-
cool, but
Now it's easier to like push people to each other's streams. You know what I'm saying? Not just like, hey, go follow that guy over on this other platform that nobody ever goes to. Because it's shut down now.
I mean, for me, I think the best part was just like knowing that everyone's kind of like in a new phase. Like after that, that's kind of a tick mark in everyone's career, and now like we're on to like after that happened. So it's like a fresh beginning for a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's how I felt when I moved to Mixer, and then when I left Mixer as well. Like who knows, Like I enjoyed it. Both places.
I mean, I started out here on Twitch, and it has been quite a while. Well, about 2 years since I switched over here to Mixer.
Yeah, well.
Or since I switched over there to Mixer.
We are going to be talking about Mixer some tonight.
Yeah.
But
and we'll be talking about Twitch too.
Yeah, we got some topics. Holy shit. It may be a little heavy tonight. If anybody can help us make sure that we like maintain a nice, calm, composed, and friendly atmosphere, would be great.
I'll just say easy.
I know that there's a lot of like there's a lot of things that can be discussed. There's a lot of things that like each of us probably have something very
profound.
I mean, maybe not profound, but like meaningful, right? Like yes. Shit's been like shit's been like hitting the fucking fan, and in every aspect, I think.
Yeah, and there's no signs of stopping.
It's affected us all, even if it's just a little bit. So,
I mean, have you ever fell down a snowy slope? I know you haven't, Sneak.
The last time I fell down a snowy slope.
Well, you would be like sand dune, but it's
okay,
different.
Yes. All right. Keep going.
Because the sand doesn't just keep falling up on you. It's just a shit show.
Has Sneak even ever seen snow?
Hey!
You've seen it from a distance. There's Bakken.
Turn on your webcam mic and use your mute button.
Don't forget to set it as your default, bud.
Just in your Discord settings.
Bacon, listen. Just do the whole
even
show.
Steve knows. I tried, guys.
Just
and he leads to the mic like we can hear him. It's right here.
Use this thing. This one.
This one.
Nick, help us out.
Yeah,
Bacon
Nick, show him where yours is.
Yeah. Right here.
Bacon.
Yeah, use your
phone
fucking
home.
webcam. Use your
Yeah,
webcam.
keep talking into your mic.
You have to
Bacon.
go to your webcam program and tell it to like stop using that mic.
I think he said sit and spin. Spin cycle's broken, bud. Sorry. Oh, so I have the results for last week's Twitter poll, and I will share that
Neat.
Where you were wrong.
Oh,
later.
we hear stuff.
Up.
Can't fall down a snow slope
How
if you're not.
How did that
in a
happen?
real-
Bacon, explain your process. Where you at now?
Can you hear me now?
I'm calling from a bathroom in Texas. I
I think my mic is
truck.
actually broken, honestly.
Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in?
I have tried everything.
I don't believe you.
Reinstall Windows.
Yeah, listen. Take your microphone apart
You-
down to like the
You
smallest little
reinstall Windows.
piece. Listen, you're like as long as you're okay with doing this, I'd rather you be here in some way other than like not here at all. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, that makes one of us.
that makes two of us. Oh God, not that. Oh.
All right,
yeah, not
so
that.
you use your camera, but use your
Is that your phone?
microphone. Yes, and it's janky as fuck.
I'm using my fucking. I'm using.
He's using his cell phone.
I'm sorry, Bacon. I'm sorry. I know this is a pain in the ass.
Bacon, you should call tech support.
Yeah,
There's obviously things that.
Chat says call tech support.
He would, but his mic's broken. They wouldn't be able to hear him.
Hmm.
Also, I'm tech support, so no. don't.
Look, tech support just called you and said I'm busy.
Oh shit. So yeah, there's a lot of topics tonight, and we're gonna get to them. I thought we'd have a Thanatos. He was pretty adamant about tonight's topics. I thought we'd have him in the show tonight.
At 9:37, he says, "I'm going to be late."
That's
He's
a
already
late
late at
statement,
37.
being late.
How late?
10 o'clock. So I want to start this off with, how has y'all's week been? It'll allow for a little buffer for Thantalope to get in here. Ooh, look at them emotes.
What? Wait.
How was your
how
day,
was the last
Snick?
weekend?
How was your week? How was from last weekend to now? How
I
was
feel like
your
last
week?
weekend was the faucet going from drip, drip, drip to like fucking full blast.
No. It's like the faucet dripping to someone broke the fucking thing
Yeah,
off
like
of
the entire fixture is out of the wall and it's like blasting across the living room.
Have you seen that commercial? It's an insurance claim. Insurance. I'm like, oh, I have insurance. I'm not worried about it. And just, it's fine.
Oh man. No, it's been a crazy week, I think, for like a lot of different reasons. First off, I'll just say, so like from down here in Florida, even though masks are cool and they help and they do like good stuff, no one's wearing them, and people are dying still.
Yeah.
Lots more than other places now. Florida's doing really good at flattening the curve by making it a upwards curve. We're gonna go right back.
That's
People are like,
not
"Oh,
good.
it's the second wave." It's like, no, you idiots! It's the first wave. It just never stopped because you guys didn't wear a fucking mask.
It's like, where the fuck is my mask?
Florida.
Whenever people wear their mask, it's like, I see this more than anything,
Yeah, it's like,
or
Yes.
or not at all. It's like walking around with your pants down.
well, it's like having sex,
You're
but
not
just putting the
supposed to
condom
do
on
that?
your balls.
Either don't wear pants or wear them right. Either don't wear a mask or wear it right. But if you don't wear a mask,
shit.
stay the fuck away.
It's difficult, man. Like, my job is dealing with people, hungry people usually. But
And
the
that's
county
even
that
worse.
I work in said you have to have a mask to go into restaurants. They shut down bars again, and they said now you have to have a mask to visit any public place. And,
Right.
There you go. Haven't had a new case in 5 weeks, said Crosby. See, and I've heard people from like New Zealand and people from Australia. They're all saying like it's basically gone. There was a couple of resurgent cases or whatever, but it's basically gone. We're getting more and more every day. I think there's as many as like 9,000 new cases yesterday.
I think it was
Oh my
9,000
goodness.
yesterday. Everything's
Yep.
fine.
That's the whole like southern tip of Florida.
It's like most of Florida.
Yeah, that fucking sucks, man. Be super careful, please.
I mean, I wear a mask every time I go out, though, so.
Sneak says he believes that there was like 9,000 new cases yesterday of Corona.
Yeah.
Corona.
Bunch of
But people go
backwoods
around and they
fucking
don't
rednecks.
wear. I was talking shit about some people like that earlier today.
Fucking degens from upcountry.
Yeah, right. Fucking moved down for the warm weather.
Can't party on the beach with a mask. The thing is, the people who are partying on the beach are from other
Be
states.
super careful, please.
I mean, I wear a mask every time. Hey!
Bacon. Sneak says he believes that there was like 9,000 new cases.
What's
Yeah.
going on? Why are we hearing all that?
Bacon. Mute bacon. But people go around.
Thanatos doesn't see a call active. He's trying to join up with us here. There he is.
He's here.
Talking shit about
I'm sitting right here, Hockey.
some
Hi.
people like that earlier today.
Fucking bacon. You're broadcasting stuff to everyone like from 35 seconds ago. Did you see what the screen looked like when it froze? At the most, wearing a mask is inconvenient. At the very worst, it's like what, 20 minutes, right? Like you like put it on and grab some groceries, or like you put it on and go grab a sandwich or whatever you're doing, pay for your gas. I mean,
I just wanted to point out that the state of Florida has 21 million people living in it.
yeah.
It's very hard for us to understand in our country of 38 million what that's even like. But
Oh.
there might be too many people living in your state. That
There's-
might be the issue.
There's too many people in the United States. Period.
It's the bottom nipple of Florida.
It's bad.
But like your percentage doesn't even register, which is just crazy when you hear a number like 9,000.
Yeah.
All
it's like,
that
it's like 9,000 new cases that day.
Yeah, I know.
I think
So-
we're up to like a total of like, I think it's like almost 40,000. I don't remember what it was. I get updates because the company I work for sends them out for our area.
Man.
Yeah, in Florida you have 123,000 cases right now. So
There you go.
you're not leading the race if you were concerned about that.
Leading the race? Definitely
No.
not. Hey, it's Salty Amanda.
Hello, Amanda.
Hello. Guys, was it Monday morning? It was Monday morning. The entire Mixer community woke up to a tweet.
Wait, are we actually live right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Hey everybody!
Hello, Antelope.
The show started fucking 22 minutes ago.
They woke up to a tweet that Thanatos was going back to Twitch. That was the tweet.
Yeah,
oh, that
it was
that
like,
was
hey,
it. Yeah.
shit's broke. Bacon, you can join with just your voice. Just don't turn a camera on. That's what's making it get janky. Just join and use the regular shit.
Headset.
Dude, like every piece of earbud technology in the world right now probably has a microphone dangling next to it.
My testicles have a microphone dangling.
Just be part of the conversation. So the way that Mixer announced this blew my mind. I had no fucking clue that things would have hit like they went from 0 to nuclear immediately.
Yeah, there's no secret.
Here's the thing. This was in the works, right? This didn't just happen. This was not a reaction to Sunday and everything that had come to light. This was not a reactionary measure. But I do honestly believe that it seriously accelerated the timeline.
I think, yeah. It was an easy time, exactly. It wasn't like well planned. They didn't have a fucking exit strategy for anything. Like, they just happened. Like, so I was watching a Mixer partner. I'm not going to say their name, but they were talking about how they had a town hall regularly, and the last one that he went to, Facebook was there, and they were just like letting people know like that you can stream both places, and they don't give a shit. So it's super easy to sign up. Here's how you do it. We have guys here to help show you. So now you can have like you can have both of these happening at the same time. How cool is that? So I think there was probably some things being laid down that's just kind of like groundwork first. Like, hey, you can't do this.
I do think that since this was in the works, and then everything exploded, Sunday evening, Sunday night, when all this shit started coming to light.
Well, there was
now all of a sudden
about some seriously misconduct, like racial misconduct inside of the Mixer program.
And then at that point, combine that with all the sexual harassment stuff, Mixer said, "Oh fuck, here's our out. This is our out right here." We clearly look. Number one, I don't think Microsoft gave a single shit about growing and maintaining a streaming platform.
No,
I really don't.
I actually read somewhere. Do you know what they wanted?
They wanted FTL.
They wanted that FTL tech so they could use it for.
They wanted FTL, and I think once Phil
McCracken.
Once Phil Spencer got involved, that was fucking it. So Mixer said, "Hey, here's our out. We're gonna dump this shit. You guys are Twitch's problem or Facebook or wherever the fuck y'all go, but this is already in the works. By the time we launch an investigation and investigate and talk about the investigation and release the results of the investigation, y'all will have already been with Facebook anyway. So fuck it. Here's our out. Peace. Have a good day." And I think that's what Mixer did.
Did you see it Monday morning, Canned?
I saw it through the day, like about lunchtime. I was like, oh, everything's fine, and then you guys started talking about it, and I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Because it fucking came out of nowhere.
So then I'm like scrolling through on a smoke break, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, Mixer hadn't addressed any of the issues. I think Phil Spencer had reached out to, I don't remember his name, but the streamer with the issues. Millie, thank you. And then a few hours later, I'm at work, and I happen to look at Twitter, and there's the announcement. So I threw it in the Discord, and then boom, everybody was off and running.
Yep.
Yeah, that kind of blindsided there.
Yeah.
So
it was
literally,
weird.
whenever I jumped into Discord, and I was like, "What the fuck happened over the weekend?" I went away for a day, and I came back to this.
And I mean, apparently, Mixer staff didn't even know.
Everyone found out in that tweet. I think they were probably notified, like in the office, as the tweet was being put out.
Oh, by the way, everybody.
Somebody went to clock out for a break or something, and it didn't take their shit, and they were like,
"What's shit?" Because I'm about to do a tweet. You're gonna want to just get all your shit.
Yeah, just you know what? Here's some boxes. Pack everything up.
I'm sure there's a clip of Sneak somewhere saying, "Get the fuck out!" And they just played it over the loudspeaker.
So here's what I'm going with. Sneak had been trying to get certain members of this group that are here right now to move over to Twitch anyway. I blame Sneak.
I told Tam, I told my wife, I said, I walk away and somebody pressed the red button, and I bet it was Sneak.
Yeah. I really think all this shit went down, and it gave them the perfect opportunity to just wash their hands of it. And
it was a nice clean break.
All the partners were going to be taken care of if they wanted to go over to Facebook, or Twitch would probably make them partners soon enough. For us, for me, the small guys, it's an inconvenience. Oh shit, I got to learn a new platform, blah, blah, blah. But who really got shit on here were the females who came out and shared their stories, and now there's going to be little to no repercussions. and B,
Wrong.
those partners this was their job.
No, that's still going on. All
Here's
the
the thing,
backlash.
though. Like, good one, Nick. First off, I want to talk about Facebook. They stepped up.
Oh, okay.
And they said they were gonna offer partnership to anybody who's a current Mixer partner, and offer their Level Up program for anyone who was currently on the monetization track on Mixer. And then I read that if they agreed to just do 90 days on Facebook, they would be kind enough to cut them a check for so many hundreds of dollars. Which I think is a stand-up move. Facebook being like the social media giant, they don't need revenue from gaming, but like you can see the creators they have on Facebook Gaming. There's some pretty good guys on there, like, you know, pulling some serious numbers. And I feel like, you know, Facebook just kind of stepped in and was like, if you guys want it, you know, we'll give you a fast track to get things working over here. You're welcome, right? Like that, like, to me that's a generous move on Facebook's part. Not many people that I followed chose to go to Facebook. Some of them did.
Some people didn't because of their privacy.
Yeah,
and
there's a lot
that
of
people
folks
will have
upset about
to
that.
interact with their real name.
You won't have to do that though, because you can easily do what we did and set up pages and just interact as a page. You'd be able to use your content creator page as your name when you're on there. You can't do it on the mobile app yet, but you can just, you know, same way you would sign up for an account on any other streaming platform or any other streaming program. You create a username and make a new page for it and make an account for it, and then there you go. So,
yeah,
that's
I mean,
bullshit.
it's super simple.
Anyone who says that, they can fuck right off. Facebook, I think, is a viable place, and I feel like the people who chose to go that route, they may be pleasantly surprised.
Well, to me, it all comes back to that report that came out a month ago, talking about year-over-year growth. I mean, it's hard to look at that and say everything but Mixer wasn't a viable platform, right? Because everybody but Mixer saw significant growth.
Oh, hell.
And didn't Gathalion go to Facebook?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Tim, his name is Darkness429. He's been over there, I think for like a year and a half now, maybe a little longer. But I mean, he's doing really well over there. Like he's doing really well, you know, like very big numbers. Here's the next point that you made was about this is people's livelihoods, right? The only thing that I can tell the difference between a Mixer partner and a Twitch affiliate is maybe access to a partner manager.
Yeah.
You get, as an affiliate, 10 times the stream information that you get from being on Switch.
Well, from the standpoint of, okay, so like I said, to me it was an inconvenience. You know, I got to change some overlays and hope to God maybe Pixel Chat comes over, whatever the case may be. I've got like 4 or 5 people that show up regularly. To me, it was an inconvenience, right? It's not like, oh my God, what am I going to do here? For some of these guys, though, you're talking about established communities of hundreds, maybe thousands of people. Is everybody going to make the switch? How much revenue are they going to lose in the short term while everybody comes over and maybe doesn't follow them to Twitch? Whatever the case may be.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been watching Twitter a lot lately, especially today. And like, not only is Twitch issuing fucking permabans,
yeah,
they're also partnering a lot of those Mixer people who were
partnered they're doing it quickly.
Yeah, there's like a pretty good, I'd say, pretty good amount of those partners. They show up and do a couple streams, and Twitch is like, yeah, that's great. Here, take it, have partners.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It seems like it's probably going to work out for most of them. That was my concern early on, because that was their job. And anybody who says this isn't a
I've
job
seen a
or work,
lot of.
it's bullshit.
Armored Kitty says they're doing it the right way. And hello, good evening to you and to Stubby
Yeah.
Taco.
Jacoby said the same thing. Though. I think that's important. Mixer won't exist anymore, so there isn't an alternative for anyone who's stuck to Mixer. So they don't have an option now. They have to choose a new platform.
Yeah,
So of course
Yeah,
they're going to
and-
follow the people that they already watched, and
That is true.
right.
absolutely. And I think
Or they just stop watching people.
Stubbs, I think that after a while, Twitch will go back to the standard streaming option for Xbox.
Yeah, they just got to get all the
Pretty sure.
Mixer stuff off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to go back to that. So give it a minute. I'd say more than anything else, I was just so surprised at how it was announced.
Oh, it's the 10 o'clock train.
Nice.
Whose train is that? It's not mine.
Nick.
Oh. What were you saying, Sneak? How surprising what?
I mean, listen, I didn't think that Mixer was like going downhill or going to be like completely gone, but I did see a lot of folks leaving, and I did see a trend of people seeing those numbers and people feeling the slowness of their growth over the last year, and then saw Mixer buying streamers to put on top of their directories. It made sense for them to kind of question whether or not they belong there. I had no idea it was going to be just as cut and dry as it is, but I kind of think, that with Facebook helping out as much as they have been and Twitch welcoming in the partners from Mixer, I feel like it kind of is a win-win. It puts a lot more people under the same roof, like Steve was mentioning, and it kind of just validated a lot of people's streaming careers from Mixer. When they moved to Twitch, it's like going from the major leagues, or from the minor leagues to the major leagues, and still being on a competitive level. It's probably a really affirming kind of a move. Hey,
I know somebody who
it's
made
a little
that
fan
same
babble.
analogy.
Yep. That's what he said to me last week. I was just letting him know that I remembered.
I'm sure he'll appreciate you remembering.
Yeah, definitely.
You just got to tell him what Sneak said.
So, but even before Mixer happened, that was Monday morning for me. I didn't see it on Sunday night, but I went to bed at 10:30. So, who the fuck knows? The last weekend was just a ridiculously shameful waterfall of women coming out and talking about sexual abuse in the community.
Not
Yes.
shameful on them, but the abusers.
I mean, it made
Yeah.
it made me
Predator.
feel ashamed to be a dude.
Yep.
Yeah, really. I mean, I was
Very
just
easy.
every story just made me cringe more than the last one.
But then it also made me pissed off. How the fuck can you be so ignorant and just an asshole? Flat out. How? Why?
It is I have no
Because
there's
Falling.
bacon stocking. Do it. We're waiting. Go for it.
Say something.
I said last weekend was a shitstorm.
Yes. It was a shitstorm and inevitable.
correct.
Thanks for the
Blame
links,
the
Steve
brand.
Schmosty. Appreciate you.
Hey, Hicker.
Ignorance breeds evil. It's just, I think that these people who are being called out, especially the really big, and it feels kind of shitty to say one's worse than the other because it's not, but the people that it affects, there's such a huge amount of people that as a ripple effect throughout the whole community.
It does. And those people that are on those platforms or in those communities are they feel dirty because they were making mute.
He's talking.
But they feel like they've been part of the accused.
Yeah, they're
I don't
associated
know.
with these people. There was a Discord server that was entirely dedicated to transferring nudes back and forth.
Stains go deeper than the fabric.
And that's the thing. How long was it going to be until it became that thing where you just didn't want to tell anybody you streamed on Mixer because you didn't want to be painted with that brush?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I
Yeah,
thought about
there's been an
continuing to do it
inquiry,
until the
Obi-Wan.
shutdown, but I thought about continuing to stream on Mixer until the shutdown, but I was like, nah, might as well get that shit over with now, like a band-aid, and just get on with it.
I agree.
Yeah,
Probably the best way.
I thought the same thing, but it got to a point where it was just, you know what? Most of the folks that were watching me on Mixer, I was already streaming a couple days a week on Twitch. They already knew, they were already in the channel. There was no benefit to staying over there for another month at that point.
Yeah, I think a lot of folks feel that way too. I think I feel like for us, one of the most impactful issues had to do with some things that happened at the convention that we all went to. It kind of hit home for me because it's like, I was there, right? Like not like in that location, but like I was a part of that, right? Like I went to GuardianCon almost every single time, like since before it. I didn't go to the SweatCon when they were in the little
Since
tiny
it
bar.
was
But it's like
right after the bar.
That's my community, right? Like that's.
But just like everything else, there's assholes and everything. That doesn't excuse their actions. It does not excuse any of it at all. But you had your experiences, right? That were completely different.
I mean, yeah. Like for me, the con was about having fun and hanging out with my friends and like enjoying being around people as a community. And it like it's even still like it's a great event. And I think the guys who were in charge of it and were made aware of the issues did the best they could with what they had. But the thing
Right.
about this weekend, what made it so strong is that like one person came forward and it just caused this chain reaction of like all these other people coming forward with these stories about men and even women like in the industry abusing their power and their privilege to elicit some sort of sexual gratification, something.
And that was the thing that stood out to me was, okay, look, one is too many. I think we can all agree that one instance of that is too many, okay? But man, the sheer volume of women that came out, and it just, that was what caught my attention almost as much as, shit like that happens. That's in any society.
Right.
But it was just the sheer amount of women that had a story to tell about so many of these content creators, former content creators, pieces of trash. Let's call them what they are. Just the sheer volume is what really blew my mind.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah, there
like,
was quite a few.
Steve brought up a point earlier. He was talking about the convention. I forget exactly how you put it, Steve. What did you say?
Well, if we're talking about the DM that you and I had, I said it was something that was very fragile to discuss, and you want to approach it properly.
Right.
And to be honest with you, I can't even think of my words here.
Well, like, the problem is like, you don't want to say, "Here's how to not be a victim," because immediately that's you saying it's your job to make this stop happening.
Right.
That's like saying you shouldn't have wore that outfit.
Right. But I mean, it's the same way as like, when we have employees who have to go out to their car and it's late at night in the parking lot, like they have to wait for me to be done with my work before we can leave together. And that's what that's like.
Which is good.
Right, but that's like whether or not it's a guy or a girl, like that's just being safe. And I feel like, you know, there's a lot to be said about making sure you're safe at a convention. And I don't feel like there should be like a list of rules or here's how you do it, but it's like, you know, it's not all friendly people out there. It's not gonna be happy, friendly, everyone's a big fucking kumbaya at the campfire kind of deal. Like there's dangerous people everywhere you go, and a place like that, if you let your guard down even a little bit, it's possible shit's gonna go south for you. And it's heartbreaking that it's happened to so many women, but you know, it could happen to anybody, and you just gotta learn how to make, you know, safe decisions, and
Yeah, I
maybe
think
overly safe decisions.
the point about it and how hard it hit the Destiny community too is that we all had this giant feeling of family, and that the communities grew so large so quick that when we finally saw each other in person, there was little to no guard going into these.
Yeah.
And people were flying from all over and just opening up their arms to these people that they had spent so many hours with.
Yeah.
And we really didn't know anyone.
It's a strange dynamic, yeah, because yeah, ways to protect yourself and prevent the situation, but at the same time, like in a perfect world, you wouldn't have to do that. Like women would just be safe, you know, like men would be safer around any situation. Like people would just not be shitheads to each other. But there's not a perfect world, and people are shitheads all the time, and it's, you know, it's one of the hardest things to deal with is like, you know, being put into a situation by someone who you don't really know, but has a huge influence over, you know, your future and possibly your career, and, you know, where your content goes and who sees you. And like, it could be that one little fucking thing, you know, maybe you tell yourself like, if I do this, then it's going to push me over the edge. And then, you know, I don't know. I've it's so hard to put into words.
I think it's a wake up call across the entire community, and especially where you look at an event where we attended for 4 to 5 years, and we were there, and like even the fact where police were involved and we had no clue. And
there is some irony in it. It's a convention for the Guardians.
I mean, it started that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, seriously, I think that even more people than not, if they would have known about it, there would have been like a whole fucking army against these people, and they wouldn't want to come back. You know what I mean?
It's just like, it's, you don't want to say, well, don't go to cons, you know, don't drink while you're there.
No, not that. No, I'm gonna fucking drink, and I can say, if you see me at a con, you're safe with me.
Same. Absolutely.
What, babe? Probably
Hey,
John.
look at that!
No, it's my mixer that's dying. I gotta buy a new mixer.
What?
Well,
Hey, at least
everybody's mixer is dying. Mixer's already dead.
Not
you're an
that
hour
mi-
late with that, buddy.
Not that mixer.
Welcome to 1 hour ago when we started this fucking show.
Is that Uncle Ray's number?
Yeah, people should just be decent, and I think that more than anything else, if you want to help the situation, maybe just be more vigilant about what's going on around you, and like keep an eye on your friends, and you know, make that extra effort to make sure that the people that you care for, that you spend time with, do feel safe and do feel comfortable, and that if there is an issue or there is a situation, that you're there and prepared to, you know, help.
That's like that.
And if your friend is a fucking skeezy,
Teresa,
predatory
2454?
piece of shit,
Maybe you shouldn't be
tell
friends with
him
that
to
person.
stop being a skeezy, predatory piece of shit.
And stop being his friend.
covering for these
Yeah.
fucking people. Stop being his fucking friend. Don't wait for him to abuse and take advantage of a woman and then traumatize her to where she is scared to
Takes
speak
years.
out for
Takes
X
years
number
to
of
speak out.
years.
Jesus.
One day
Fucking put a stop to it.
So
Period.
you allowing it to go on makes you just as guilty
Because you're
I think
fucking culpable at that point.
But guys, I think at the next con when they're all sitting in the bar and they're having the drinks at 2, 3 in the morning,
Everybody would be like,
and somebody wants to go up to their room, and the one guy says, "You know what? I'll walk you up." I think 2 more might say, "I'll walk you up as well."
Yeah, I'll
Exactly.
go with you
it'll be
too.
crowd.
If you're
Let's
gonna
all
be
go.
skeezy, this is the wrong community to do it in now.
Well, I
'Cause,
mean-
you're gonna get fucked
Well,
up.
I feel like if
Oh,
you take a
okay.
step back and you look at the kind of like the broader social aspect of it. If you think about the age group of people who are showing up to these cons, everyone just
Sure.
about has a room,
Yeah.
and there's bars in the resort.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like,
It's like the safest
whether
location.
or not Jesus wants it, people are fucking
Oh yeah.
at this event. Like people are, they are. The end. That's happening. It's the consent part of it that's the issue, and it's that
Yes.
part of it where a casual flirt turns into a sexual assault that I think people are missing the cue. And I
And
don't
I
know
think
if it's
the other
purposeful. I
thing-
hope it's not purposeful, but there's people out there doing it on such
Well,
a large amount that it's gotta be
Clearly, it
blatantly
has been
obviously.
purposeful.
Oh,
The
shit.
thing to keep in mind about consent too, consent is a fluid fucking thing. Consent is not written in fucking stone, and it can be rescinded at any point.
Yeah, Kevin's gonna make sure there's
And if
safety
consent
talks.
turns into fucking no, it becomes fucking no,
And I say
and then
we-
it becomes no fucking. I mean, it's
Right.
it's real simple. When the word no comes out,
Done.
that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
There's no,
all right.
no two ways about it.
Listen here, gentlemen. You have to be realizing
Oh, here we go.
that we can't be changing the behavior of shitty people.
He's been drinking.
That's just the way it's going to be.
Oh, I
No,
could be,
this-
I could
This
change
speech
my
requires an Irish accent, and you'll see when I get to the end of it.
I can change shitty people.
No, you can't. It's like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. That's the way this is going to work.
This one and this one.
I like how his
say-
volume's just getting more like lower and lower. No one can hear you because your volume went.
Like, how
really
the hell does that work?
it just
I was like,
died as you were
But
talking. It just,
All that it takes for these shitty people to continue being shitty fucking people is the indifference of good fucking men. So at the end of the day, we can sit there and we can look at these pieces of shit and call them pieces of shit.
Because
But
that's
what
what they
did-
are.
But what did you do to stop it? Obviously, if you didn't know anything about it, sure, great. But take this as a learning fucking point, and going forward, if you see the red flags, and educate yourself on what the red flags are for those shitty types of behaviors and those shitty types of people, put a stop to it. Because that's how this ends. This doesn't end with a bunch of people going to Twitter and calling out a bunch of shitty people, because more will come. It ends when good people unanimously stand up and say enough is enough, and we're going to stop it. It takes the 6 people here, the 14 people in Sneak Stream, the 3 people in Can Stream. It's going to take all of us
You
to get
peeking?
together and say,
Damn.
You're calling canned out.
Shit, you're looking at my small numbers.
I need to know why your accent disappeared at the end.
I was kind of hoping it
because I
would
got
last the whole
drunk and I
way.
can't hold it.
Yeah,
I got you.
close enough. Listen though,
This
like
mixer's dying, bro.
It happened that quick.
so like right now, we were supposed to be. Most of us were supposed to be at Guardian Con. You guys would probably be at my house right now, chilling.
Yeah, I got the message. I got the message on my my cell phones yesterday.
Flight leaving
morning.
soon.
Yep, flight leaving in 2 hours.
Flight,
6
flight
a.m.
leaving. Well,
Yeah.
what? So we'd probably like mostly be here by now, right? Like it's like what 10:30. Most of your flights
Yeah,
would
I'd
have
be
been in.
I would have been there yesterday.
We'd have been drinking by now.
I would have been drinking some
Yeah.
Kraken.
We'd have been drinking by now.
You guys aren't
barbecuing
drinking
some
right now?
meats.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
drinking.
Thieves Den's open.
The thing yesterday.
Yeah. So you guys have been here since yesterday. What were you looking forward to the most this year for Guardian Con?
Hanging out with you fucks. That's what I was looking forward to most.
Hanging out with my daughter. Honestly.
Oh, I see. Pulling the fucking dad card. That's cool.
Yeah, I honestly I actually brought her. I got her tickets and everything, and my niece for a graduation gift. But I really wanted to spend some quality time with my daughter, just me and her.
Seriously though, that would have been awesome.
It's a cool place to hang out, that's for sure.
I can't accept that answer. I'm sorry.
Well, whether you accept it or not, that is the answer.
I know, and that's why I get to say I don't accept it.
So next year, are you guys planning on going, or do you think there's even going to be a next year?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a next year. This year has sucked, but it hasn't sucked bad enough to cancel next year.
Yes, it does.
Do you think people are going to be gathering in crowds of thousands?
I think that the Corona will be different than what it is now.
Yeah, I would like to think by this time next year we will have a handle on this.
Well, hopefully.
Will that be
That's why I would like to think.
a handle of Kraken?
I would have a total handle on Kraken and Coke.
Oh, I'd have all kinds of crack going on. I mean,
And
what
it would
Kraken?
have
Sorry,
a
Kraken.
handle on me.
We'd be cracking open some cold ones.
That's right.
I think the U.S.
I
is
never
making sure
thought
we
they'd
either all
cancel this
die
year.
or all immune.
So I'm not even going to speculate on next year.
I don't know,
It's
man.
going to be damn hard to buy tickets in November for a flight for June. I know that.
And I mean, look, let's be honest, not to be a glass half empty kind of guy, but we still got half of this fucked up year to go.
It's
Yeah,
not even
well,
halfway yet.
If Florida has anything to say about it, you're all dying of coronavirus.
That's true.
It's Florida, Texas, and California.
I mean, that's just gonna happen. Well, it is the biggest, most populated states, though, so that's kind of.
Yeah, we're doing our part to help fuck it up too. So
So, do you guys think there's gonna be any conventions in the next year? Like, just obviously, like, without any sort of medical knowledge or whatever. Like, just guess. Like, when
doubt
do you guys
it.
think we're gonna be back to going to conventions? If you don't think,
When they have a vaccine.
I think that's not going to happen for a bit, but I think it's going to be actually around this time next year, possibly.
so by summertime next year, you think it'll be?
I
back
have
to-
no idea. I have no fucking way to know.
I think they'll have the first one in June of next year.
I think the next couple of months are going to be really telling for what's going to happen in the future.
Right.
Next couple of months are going to be really telling because, like, I'm telling you now, like, I saw those graphs where it's like every country's like, oh, it sucks, and then okay, now we're good. Oh, it sucks, and okay, now we're good. And ours is like, oh, it sucks, and it sucks again. And it's like this is where we are, where it's fucking sucking again. Like,
And it sucks more than last time. So yeah, that's
You're saying that we actually had a downward trend. No, there was no downward trend.
that was just when people started fucking isolating.
yeah.
Like I said earlier, people are like, oh, it's the second wave. No, it's still the first wave. You just didn't wear your mask long enough. Florida's not cool. You don't want to be here. Run. Never come to Florida. Ever. Unless you're coming for the Guardian Con trip.
Florida sucks.
Oh, boy.
It's the only
No offense,
exception.
man.
Only exception.
So, we...
I wanted to hit one more topic.
Oh, yeah,
All
well,
right.
Do you,
I'm
do you
gonna-
think the events of last Friday would have happened if Guardian Con was going to happen this weekend?
yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
No.
You don't think there would have been a hesitation to see
No.
people at that convention? They might have held on to it.
I think they would have been more
No.
anxious about these people being there and having had said something. I think a lot of the perfect storm happened where people were just like, man, like, I've been isolated and sitting alone and seeing, maybe even involving myself more in online communities, and like, it's time for me to speak up.
Exactly.
And I think that if the con was still on, then people would have probably pushed that down. Because they've been doing it for years.
I can see where you're coming from, but I got to disagree. To me, this is one of those things that I think it was time, and I think for whatever reason,
I'm glad it happened, for sure.
that first one that came out, the one that just opened the floodgates, I think for whatever reason, it's just a feeling I have that this was. She said, you know what? Fuck this. It's time for me to talk. And I'm glad she did because, look at the results.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly,
look at the fucking results.
I mean, no one can know for sure, but I do see what you're saying. Like maybe it was just a ticking time bomb, and now it's
I mean, seriously, I hate that it had to eat her up so much and build for her to get to the point where she had to literally just let it all out. I hate that she had any of it happen to them.
I mean, here's the thing. I am a victim of I'm gonna get into some personal story here, but I'm a victim of sexual abuse myself, from early childhood to early to mid-teens, and I understand the fear and the sense of nobody's gonna believe me if I do talk. And especially when it happened to me, especially being a guy in the society I grew up in those times, we didn't talk. That was just, we didn't. So I can understand the fear and the apprehension that comes with finally saying, I'm gonna tell my story.
Yeah.
And while it was heartbreaking to read them, it was heartwarming to find so many of them find the confidence to come out and do it.
And I know.
Go ahead.
I know that there is peace is possible, even though that you have been violated and mistreated and disrespected. Peace and healing is possible.
It is, but it takes a long time.
Sometimes
one day
it
at
takes
a time.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't
ever be ready to tell my story.
See, like,
I can't speak for you, Canned, but I can tell you that even now, some 20 plus years later, there are parts of me that are still fundamentally broken because of what I was put through, and probably always will be.
Right. And I can agree with that. It's not you're full back to 100%, because there's a part of you that will always be missing because of it. And the hardest part is accepting what you can and letting go of the rest.
Right. There are parts
That's
of me
so
that were
hard.
taken that I will never get back.
Right.
Here's my question: how much of the responsibility do you put at Twitch's feet?
What was that?
None, but at the same time, they shouldn't be giving a voice to these. They shouldn't give a platform to these monsters.
Do you think that there have been people on the platform that have already had sexual allegations laid against them?
Yes, I know
So
that.
there's people who worked for the platform who have had sexual allegations against them.
Probably.
Definitely.
There has been. It's not a
absolutely,
probably. There
publicly.
has been.
Oh, you weren't asking. You were saying.
No.
Okay,
Publicly.
I got you.
What I mean is, like, where do you draw the line as to, like, Twitch has responsibility to X? Like what is it that you think Twitch has the responsibility for in this situation?
As far as their own staff or content creators
Both.
flying their banner. So as far as creators, number one, I've heard the stories of women speaking up to Twitch before and Twitch not investigating. Your first responsibility, first and foremost, is if you have a content creator flying your flag and there is an accusation against another content creator, big or small, I don't give a shit if you've got a community of 10,000 or 10, you better step the fuck up and look into that shit.
Yes.
See,
and then take decisive fucking action.
I feel like Twitch should get their own house in order.
They don't need to be mutually exclusive.
That is
Right.
why they have TOS.
You can do both.
But I feel like TOS is like
they
a fucking
throw
shield for them.
TOS
That's a legal,
just like-
that's a legal piece of paper for them that just kind of shields them. From,
It is.
from specific
TOS to them
responsibilities.
is a suggestion, because they don't. one TOS for one person is not the same TOS for another person. No,
Right.
if you want common ground and everything to be the exact same, that TOS has to go for me all the way to fucking douchebag Lono to fucking somebody huge like fucking Booty Pie if he even streams on Twitch, you know?
Can
So
you
Krog
see
just
where
said
it's
they
all
need to take
going?
steps towards this on their
It should
platform.
all be
They
it
see
should
it's
all
happening.
be the same fucking thing.
They need to use
Yes,
that.
there are rules to streaming. There are rules to running a community. There's rules to being a fucking decent human.
That one was too light. I need to add more.
Here's the thing about what Bacon just said. We all know in a perfect world, that's how it would be.
The TOS would be cut and dry.
But
I don't care how much money you fucking make the company.
But
You know what?
we
You break
we
the
know
rules, you break the fucking rules. If I
we
break
know
the
that this
rules, I go
isn't
to
a
jail.
perfect world.
Yeah.
And we know that the people that bring in the most money always get more leeway.
Yep. Ain't that
And that's just the
Money.
reality of it.
Money talks and bullshit walks. Isn't that what you said a couple weeks ago there, Sneak?
I mean, it's a classic problem in our society
It is.
where
it really is.
like well, I was just gonna bring that up. They permabanned Dr. Disrespect.
Has
What?
anybody looked into that?
They
Do we
didn't
know
say
for
why.
sure that's
Nope.
a permaband?
So from what
Taco Bell's here.
what from what I saw
one.
is. Go ahead, Nick.
One, we don't know if it's a permaban yet, as neither Twitch nor Dr. Disrespect's team is come out and announced it. 2, we don't even know what it's about. And 3, there's 3 people that saying they do know what it's about, but they're not going to say anything.
And
I
I
don't
bet
believe
I
those-
bet
I don't
I bet
believe
all
those
3
three
of them
people.
have a different story.
Agreed. So here's the thing. Here's my take on the whole thing. Right, Dr. Disrespect getting banned or not getting banned for whatever the fuck he did has no bearing on me and what I do.
Correct.
I am going to do the same thing that I do regardless of whether Disrespect's existence continues on Twitch or not, and that is to be the best goddamn human that I can possibly be. Right. I am not getting any of his viewers are not going to be coming over to me.
Nope.
Him being a shitty person or him being a great person has no bearance on me. So I don't care whether he's banned or whether he's not banned. At the end of the day, we, as the entire community, are the ones with the power. This is what everybody completely misunderstands. It takes one voice. It takes one Martin Luther King. It takes one George Washington. It takes one person who inspires everybody to stand up and say, fuck you to Twitch. We're not going to tolerate this, to get the change that needs to happen.
Well, we've done that, and fucking Lono still has a goddamn channel.
Lono has a
You know?
channel, but Dr. Disrespect doesn't. And Dr. Disrespect made more money than Lono did. In 1 year, in 1 year of streaming, Dr. Disrespect made more money for Twitch than Lono did in his entire streaming career.
I understand
Twitch.
that.
But I think the
To
idea
say
though
we
is
can't affect change, we can.
right.
We don't even know the reasoning for Dr.
Yes,
Disrespect's
we don't.
ban.
yet.
But I mean,
He
just
could have been
just think of
filming
his
somebody
name.
in the bathroom again.
That was an accident. Everyone's so fucking quick to like fucking pull that out of there, but like the dude was just live streaming TwitchCon.
I'm so sorry. I'm not meaning to do this at all. I won't look.
I think Sneak's question has kind of been taken in a different direction. What we're really asking is, how does Twitch move on from this, and how do they look at their partners and realize the implications of who they have flying their flag out there, and whether or not they do need to dig deeper on these people before they throw partnerships at them.
Right.
I think Twitch is going through and they're cleaning house. That's what they're doing.
But
They're
they also
doing-
just handed out a shit ton of partnerships.
Yeah.
To a whole
They're
bunch of
doing-
Mixer streamers.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're doing what Mixer didn't, first of all, as far as kind of regaining or gaining more credibility. They are acting in some cases, because I agree with Bacon, with Lono, and that kind of thing, but there has been action taken that wasn't go to Facebook, I mean, we've seen ban after ban after ban.
I follow
I
a
don't
bot
think
on
it's smart.
Twitch that does
Yes.
like, Twitch streamer bans, and like
Yeah.
they fucking hit some seriously high level
Yeah.
dudes in the last
Yep.
12
And
hours.
and while it's unwise to speculate on the reasons for Dr. Disrespect, the timing seems
well, also because we happen to know the
Odd.
stories of some of these women who came forth are part of our circles, and that's how we got wind of what's going on. And I feel like there's other women in other circles who have come forward and said things, and we just happen to have not caught wind of the exact situation. But the fact that it's happening the exact same time, the exact same way as all these other sexual allegations are coming out and the bans are coming through, I feel like it's kind of
it's either just weird timing or a hell of a coincidence, but I mean,
those are
it's,
Vegas
in
odds
my
right there,
mind,
man.
the math adds up. It's a pretty simple calculus from where I'm sitting,
Yeah.
and like you just said,
I didn't even
I saw
say
most of
calculus, and I agree.
I saw most of the stories I saw because they were retweeted by people I follow. I didn't follow most of the women that spoke up, but because of 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, I got word of that story. That may not be the case with this particular situation.
well-
I don't know.
I think that what I'm really getting here is like accountability. I think is the number one thing that people want from a streaming platform. They want to be able to say to their 13-year-old, "Yeah, here's you a Twitch account. Use it. Let me know what you're watching, and make sure you stay out of the 18 plus streams." And then you would hope that where they go and the things that they get are generally mild content that you would be fine with your 13-year-old watching.
I don't know, man.
Right.
This guy is suing Twitch right now.
Yeah, there's someone
For
right now
25 million?
suing. But did you read his lawsuit?
I did.
Did you go to the
It's
actual
comical.
link of
I
his
went to
actual
the
lawsuit?
end. You talking about the full link?
Holy shit.
I didn't look at the full link.
Let me tell you something, okay? I don't think that this guy could win. He's done this before with other online sites. The fact of the matter is what he's trying to do would be the equal to an alcoholic suing every liquor store out there because he's driving by them and it's
they
tempting
force
him
him
into
to
fucking
go
going into the
inside.
liquor store. Okay, it's the same shit. This
It's-
guy claims to be a sex addict and that Twitch is feeding his fucking addiction.
And
But
he
it's
has
like,
Crohn's
if you have a
disease.
real fucking addiction, then you should be avoiding anything that has any fucking interactive people thing on the fucking internet machine.
like
and going and doing
just
some real
avoid the
shit in
whole
your life.
fucking internet.
Right.
Like seriously.
Regardless of that, I do see what he's saying. That's why it's so fucking difficult, because I see what he's saying. If you read through the actual wording and the evidence that they're putting forth in the lawsuit itself, these women and their access, just the ones that he named, this guy follows 780 some women streamers and zero dude
that
streamers.
guy's a
Yeah.
He's
fucking
definitely
perv.
trying to make money, okay?
And zero
But the problem
male
is that
streamers.
he can use this situation.
So here's some actual wording from the document, from the court document. It says, in addition, Twitch also takes advantage of the plaintiff and many other sexually addicted viewers by allowing them to subscribe, donate, or pay bits to these women streamers. It continues, Twitch
How's
uses
that any
this
different than fucking Pornhub?
Twitch uses this immediate gratification reward system against their sexually addicted viewers, no different than how a casino would.
Dude, like while
Give me your money.
While I really do feel like
I'm sorry,
the
I just
guy
got
is full of shit.
stupider.
Guy, he's full of shit. But listen, this is the United fucking States here, okay? How many of you think that he's gonna win some money?
Oh, it's gonna
No,
get
there's-
tossed.
Dude, he's only got
There's no
25
chance in hell.
He's only asking for 25 million though.
Only
Because
25
here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? So
How much have you had?
so men aren't the only ones with sexual addictions, right? So here's the thing. If I'm the judge, I'm gonna look at that and I'm gonna say, okay, well,
Don't go into
there are attractive There are
I love
attractive
chicken
men
nuggets
on.
too.
There are attractive men on Twitch.
Thank you, Thanatos.
None of them are in this group,
Fuck you
but
too,
there
bitch.
are. You can subscribe, donate, whisper, send bits to all of them, just like you can Alinity or any of these other female streamers.
Thing is like,
So
when you sub to me,
Fuck you.
I don't like spread my legs and show my ass to you on screen.
Kind of ticked off about that.
Wait,
not?
so do you only do that for me then?
I mean, I do that on my other channel, but
Oh, okay.
what I'm saying
I'm
is
gonna need
like,
you to drop that link.
yeah,
That's that
Crosby,
StubHub.
thanks for that math right there. Yeah, subtract 25 million from 5 billion, and that's why I'm saying he's only asking for 25 million. The guy might win some kind of monetary
No.
payout. He
No.
might,
So-
dude. That's what's so
The
fucked up.
25 Listen, the 25 million is to be split between the plaintiff and other Twitch Prime Turbo subscribers, with any leftovers going to like Black Lives
This'll
Matter,
get
COVID-19.
This will get tossed before it gets anywhere near a courtroom.
All right, here's a link for that. If you guys want to check out my lewd content, it's right here. Listen, I really don't think he's gonna win, but I think like what you have to look at is like the evidence that he put forth in his actual documentation is absolute 100% proof that you can log onto Twitch and then find naked pictures of women. But you could literally do that with any other
You can do that
website in the
anywhere
whole
on the
fucking
internet.
world.
Yes, exactly.
The guy is pointing at sexualization as if he's being forced to engage, and that's where.
And that's the thing.
But
Nobody
I
has
have
That's
to
an
disconnect.
addiction.
to look at Twitch.
by Twitch extremely
Hang on.
exacerbated
Look
his
at fucking
condition.
Google.
Whew.
Like I said, it'd be like an alcoholic trying to sue all the liquor stores in his town because he
I'm
can't
going
drive
to
by
read
them
it.
without wanting to buy liquor.
I'm
At the end of the
going to-
day, whatever Twitch is responsible for, they are not responsible for their audience.
I'm going to read an excerpt
Yeah, please.
from his lawsuit.
Yeah, please do.
The plaintiff once ejaculated on his PC monitor,
Yeah, I heard.
causing a short circuit and small fire within the electrical system of his gaming rig, and causing his apartment to black out temporarily.
That was one hell of an ejaculation.
If you guys want to hear,
That's
you
the
guys
new
want to hear
bar.
a great take on this whole thing, go watch Philip DeFranco's show from yesterday.
Oh shit!
It was
or
fucking
stick around
amazing.
here and discuss it with us on our show today. Thanks.
Radio Fish. I guess he overloaded it.
Pretty sure nobody's done that watching my content.
Good one, bud.
I think the exact words you're looking for, Hardcore Crosby, are "what the ejaculate fuck."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen though, like there's also wording in that I can't pull it up because my computer will shit on me. But there's a part where he's talking about how easy it is to click on someone's profile and then find their page here and then find their OnlyFans and then find their Patreon, and then all of a sudden now you're in Porn Town. And it's like, I don't understand why there are men out there in the world paying for porn.
Right? Who the fuck pays for porn?
Oh my god. Because there are still many idiots. Dumb fucks that just can't get around it.
Listen, like
Oh, I get it better because I pay for it.
I think that if you're out there in the world and you're one of the people who feel empowered by nudity, and you have every right and you have my, not that you need it, but you have my complete blessing to do whatever the fuck you want to do with your body, and that's on you. Okay? And if you're worried about my 13-year-old getting access to your channel, that's on me. Not
Thank you.
And not the
Thank you.
not the internet. That's on me. So at that point, like, none of this should matter, because if this guy has a sex addiction, stay off the internet, you dumb fuck. That's what the internet's for.
Sex addiction?
So
addiction?
Sex addiction.
Should I put the hard dick there for you? Addiction.
Thank you.
Diction. Listen.
So he he blamed Twitch and said that Twitch displayed many sexually suggestive women streamers through Twitch's twisted programming netcode.
Shit, I can go to the grocery store.
Do you
and
know
see
what?
many
Hold on.
sexually suggestive Women.
Keep going.
Making it nearly impossible for the plaintiff to use Twitch without being exposed to such sexual content as he
Where do you shop,
786
Bacon?
females and 0 males.
Look,
You
guys.
feed into your own algorithm. You stupid fuck.
He's also upset because Twitch doesn't have the ability to search for streamers via gender.
Only men.
Can you imagine if Twitch put a fucking gender button on their parse, like on their
Nope,
search?
not
know-
going into that argument. I'm avoiding that one.
Do you know
Yeah.
how many categories there are?
Yep. Next topic.
Topic.
I'm
Holy
with Nick.
shit.
Fuck all that.
Next topic.
Look, I want to come back to this, so let's try and keep our eyes on this lawsuit that this guy's doing. We're gonna come back to it next week.
I'm with
So,
Nick. Let's go to get to know the streamer. Let's
Yeah,
go.
actually, that's
All
our
right.
that's
Hold
our
on,
that's our
just
next
one more
topic.
thing.
Oh, hold
One
on.
more thing.
Yeah.
Twitch was served with a summons by the court on June 19th.
19th. Yeah.
So that was earlier this month. We'll see how this goes.
Here's
All right.
exactly how this lawsuit came about, right?
Oh god.
Guy was watching
Hold on, no.
some big name booby streamer.
This guy's done
Probably
this before.
Aramath or
Girlfriend walks in and goes, "What are you doing?" to this girl doing squats. And then she goes to check his bank account, realizes he's negative $2,000 because he donated over $1,000 to this gal. And he's like, no, it's an addiction. I'm going to sue Twitch because of my addiction. And that's
No.
how come this lawsuit came about.
That would
Don't
be
forget,
awesome.
he also ruined a. Don't forget, he also ruined a monitor.
The
What was that
article
monitor made in the 80s?
at
And
the,
he has bloodshot eyes.
at the end of the article, you guys, he does say that that he has been known to do these types of lawsuits in the past.
Yeah,
where
did it
where
like
he
3 or 4 times.
accuses websites
Microsoft,
for enabling
Sony.
his
Nintendo and Blizzard.
yeah.
The
So-
fuck does
The
Nick
inevitable is
it's-
enjoying some General So chicken.
Some.
I can co-sign on the General
Yeah,
So chicken.
General Tso's chicken. So, guys, we were actually talking about this earlier. We're going to lighten the mood up a bit by asking you your top 3 movies. Top 3 movies. Also,
All right.
just so you know, we do the show every Friday, 9:30 Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. We don't normally go very long. We usually try to keep it around an hour. This is obviously, like we mentioned in the beginning, kind of a heavier topic. And these things are crazy. Canned also streams it. He's now on Twitch as well, so you can follow him. I put his link in chat earlier. You guys probably already subbed to it, thinking you're going to see my wiener, which you might.
All of Sneak's lewd content right here.
You
He's up to 8
still
viewers
might.
now.
But thanks for being part of the conversation. We do appreciate you. If you have anything else you want to talk about in the other topics that we've already discussed so far, please feel free to bring it up in chat. We are trying to get you guys in the conversation as much as possible. But we do
Yeah,
want to know
feel
what your
free to
top
jump
3 favorite movies are. Now, this was Thanatos segmented into it for us, so he's going to go first.
Full disclosure, I am piggybacking off of Nick's idea. Nick was not with us last week. I thought it was a great idea, and I wanted to
Hey,
keep it
Chad.
going.
Congrats
So
to Nick for figuring out what day
Nick
it is.
gets credit for the actual idea.
Right on.
Hell
Chadpole,
yeah.
you missed the whole show. We're actually leaving. See it. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Chadpole.
Bye.
It was really good to see you, bud. Awesome.
Start over if you can. Oh shit.
So my top 3 in no particular order are The
oh
Princess
shit.
Bride.
That works.
Princess Bride.
Oh damn.
That's on my
Princess
list.
Bride, Snatch,
Ooh.
and Army of Darkness.
Oh,
Ooh.
Woo!
3 good movies.
those are some really good
selection.
movies.
Okay.
So P-Pop said, "Good morning, Vietnam." The Hobbit series, who she's somehow thinks that 3 movies equals 1 movie. I'll just let her think that. And Princess and the Frog.
We'll allow it.
Okay, so
Yep. Mhm.
I've got
Those are good.
Explorers from the 1980s. I think it was like 86.
Explorers.
Yeah, with
2000?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes,
No.
Explorers 2000.
No, it was
Joaquin.
Explorers. or not Joaquin Phoenix, River Phoenix.
River Phoenix. There you go.
It was
Bacon.
1986. It was just Explorers. Yeah.
Can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah.
I need to edit mine. I hate to do this. Princess Bride, Snatch. As much as I hate to kick out Army of Darkness, and I don't know how this didn't pop into my head, but it's Dead Poet Society. And I said no. I said no particular order, but Dead Poet Society would be at the top of that list.
That's a great movie. All right, so I've got Explorers. I've got The Princess Bride, which is a fucking phenomenal movie. I own the Buttercup edition.
Yes. Yes.
Keep going.
Inconceivable.
What's up, Corso? And you need to pick some movies.
And oh crap, you made me forget the last.
Everyone
one
in chat,
there.
pick some movies.
It was
Thank you, Steve.
Anthem.
Ouch. Ouch. Come on, pick 3.
Super Troopers. There it is. There's the
Super
other one.
Troopers.
Super Troopers.
Super Troopers. Yeah.
Nick, do you have your 3?
Roads.
Nicky Poo.
Yes, I do. So, number 1 favorite movie of all time is a Charles Bronson movie called Yes, Virginia, There Is a Santa Claus.
Okay.
I thought it was Death
That's
Wish.
Charles Bronson.
Damn it! I thought you were going with Death
Charles
Wish.
Bronson is in Yes, Virginia, There
Were
Is
there
a Santa
guns
Claus.
involved?
No. If you haven't seen it, it is a
Are you-
Christmas movie. It was a made-for-TV only. I highly recommend looking it up. It is one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time.
So how about whenever it gets close to Christmas time, you just stream it in movies and TV in the Discord?
Chad Pole says
Yeah.
Grandma's Boy,
Okay.
Scott
You got it.
Pilgrim, and Ace Ventura 2. Neat.
When Nature Calls.
That's a good list. Is that the one that started out where he tries to rescue the raccoon?
Bumblebee tuna.
I actually prefer the second one to the first one, Chad Paul.
The first one is Ace Ventura. Yeah, the second one, he's a monk.
Right, because in the beginning he's trying to rescue the raccoon
Yeah,
from that
yeah.
like long
Hold
ass
on, little
rope.
buddy.
Yeah.
Hold on. Don't let go.
Okay,
The
yeah.
slinky bit. The slinky bit had me.
Everyone loves the slinky. Oh, shit.
Oh my
It's
God.
when he's in the rhinoceros and then coming out of the
It's the
rhinoceros.
rhinoceros that did
Yeah.
it for
The
me.
fucking...
All right, Nick.
I'm just
Sorry,
replaying
sorry,
that
Nick.
movie in
Sorry.
my fucking head.
Oh God, sorry, Nick. Go, Nick, go.
Number 2 is got to be Master of Disguise.
I'm going to be your master of disguise.
Okay.
Now,
Dumbest fucking
Never
movie
liked it.
ever made.
Never liked it. I don't know,
liked
dude.
it.
I think Kung
I
Pao.
love that movie.
Kung Pao.
Hey,
Mama,
Fist
what's
of
up?
Fury?
Mama caboose.
It's probably worse.
A, it is very children friendly. B,
With
it is
adult.
yeah, with some adult content. B, it like me and the wife have so many inside jokes based on that based on that movie that it's great.
Does your wife have a big mama caboose?
Yes, she does.
Oh my God.
You slap at a man with an open hand. You give him his dignity,
Pistachios.
but you give him your point.
Did you say 3 yet? Did you say 3 yet? We can't sit here and listen to you quote the same goddamn movie over and over again.
I will quote this movie until the
It's
end.
the whole
You
movie.
had Virginia. Yes, Virginia. There's a Santa Claus, and whatever that last one was, Master of Disguise. What's your
Master
third?
of Disguise. The third one. Shit. You guys
Okay.
made me forget. Come back to me. On
Come
that.
back to your third one. So Hardcore Crosby says
Okay.
Nothing to Lose, Clerks
Ooh.
2, and
Okay.
Chucky Child's Play like the OG one.
That's solid.
Corso says
Corso
yeah.
went with Jurassic Park. Goodfellas. There you go. Okay. And Austin Powers.
I like Austin Powers. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So like I think we probably after we get our list of top 3, we should have a
I like Mike Myers, period.
contenders list because there's some movies out there that would definitely
I
have
have a
make my
couple
like
of-
probably top 30
Oh, yeah.
like, all like of all
I
time.
definitely have a couple of more movies that
Yeah.
were
Th-
hard.
This
to-
was
to
this
bust
was
out
not
of top
easy.
three.
So
Yeah.
This was not easy.
mine are
Everybody
not
that is
comedies.
here that is also in the Discord, put all of your top 3 in the movies and TV channel, and maybe we can start rolling through these movies. Because I mean,
Should watch
if
them
we
together,
have
yeah.
lists, it's easy to roll off of.
We can watch it together.
So I'm
That's
surprised
right.
we haven't. I'm surprised nobody said Alien yet.
Steve, do you have a
Steve hasn't said
do
nothing
you have
yet.
a list that you wanna slap at us?
It is difficult. I'm sure I'll edit it by show 50, but I'm going with Top Gun, Deadpool, and Return of the Jedi.
Nice.
Fantastic list.
Deadpool. Okay, that's a good list. That's a solid
I knew it was
list.
going
Top
to be a
Gun.
good solid list when he said Top Gun.
Yeah.
Top Gun is a good one. My 3 change a lot. Recently though, oh shit. Corso got a sub. Looks like Fott's got a sub. Holy shit. Thanks,
Yup.
Inevitable.
It was
Gifted
inevitable
subs in
he
chat and
gets
shit.
some subs.
Oh my
That was mighty
god.
nice of him.
Deadpool is recent
recent
gold.
gold. Yes.
Have to agree. Thanks,
I
guys.
actually
You guys
watched
enjoy those
Deadpool 2
emotes.
last night.
Spam those emotes. Get them going. My list is Fight Club, Donnie Darko,
But we can't talk about it.
That's rule number 1.
and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
It's a good movie.
Eternal Sunshine
All
was
of those are.
an amazing movie.
For me, though, that's not about necessarily just like the movie. It's a lot about the cinematography of how they filmed it and the way it looks.
Those are 3 very cerebral movies, too.
Yeah. Very surprising for that to be Sneak's list.
I'm not.
What did
Not
you
at all.
expect?
If you know
See,
Sneak,
like maybe next
that
week
list
we should
was
do like,
perfect.
what do you think this person's favorite is?
I had 2 more movies that I had a hard time fitting in or taking out.
Pulp Fiction's a good one.
Princess Mononoke,
Okay.
fantastic
Mononoke.
movie, and Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Because the first time I watched Saving Private Ryan, it literally changed my life of how cinema could be done.
Did you quit the military at that point? Oh, cinema. Sorry.
I had a hard time not putting Alien and Goodwill Hunting in there.
I wanted to put Forrest Gump
That's a great
Mhm.
and the
You guys
Mask
are making it so hard for me to get my 3 in line because I'm like, oh yes,
and
no.
I really enjoy this old school sci-fi horror movie called Event Horizon.
I just
watch that.
watched that 2 days ago.
That's a good one.
I have not
That's-
watched it.
That's a good
That's a
movie.
good movie.
Hardcore Crosby, throw that topic into the Discord channel, and we will talk about that one next week. That's a good topic.
Explore it.
All right,
But-
so my top 3 was Queen of the no, not Queen of the Damned. I really did love that movie, but Interview with the Vampire,
Okay.
Solid.
Full Metal Jacket, very
Yeah.
controversial, and
Get the fuck off my obstacle pile. Anyway, go ahead.
bullshit.
Earlier.
You can quote the movie for fucking days. I love
You
it.
can, you can do it for anything. My last one would be Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump, there you go. That's a good one. So
Solid list, guys.
it's a solid fucking.
I'm not a fan of your
Oh
first
no,
one.
no, hold on. So
Yep.
I was originally planning instead of Forrest Gump, I was gonna say The Green Mile.
Green
Okay.
Mile's a good movie.
Nick, you have one more left.
Makes me cry every time I watch it.
Can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
Cough.
You're muted.
Gotta be mutated.
No, what did they say in chat earlier? He needs a new mix amp.
Preamp.
No,
He
Inevitable
doesn't.
doesn't know what the fuck he's talking
He
about.
just too many
Way to
good
call
movies.
him out live.
I just needed
Oh,
to turn up
shit.
my microphone volume.
Yeah, he's
Number 3 is Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Friction, like it.
no, that's the X-rated version.
Movie. That's a different
That's
movie.
Both of them were equally good.
Don't look that one up.
Oh, sorry.
Pulp Friction,
He said
no.
fiction.
Yes,
Google will not be your friend.
I'm surprised nobody said Boondock Saints.
Fiction. I like
As
Boondock.
much,
You know-
as much as I like
Boondock
that
Saints.
movie, that's a movie that I actually have to be in the mood to watch.
I have to be drunk.
I
to watch
liked
I've
that
it,
never
movie.
watched it.
But I liked it, but in my opinion, there's so many other movies that are better.
I feel like there's a
Oh,
lot of
another
movies
one.
out there that if you don't rewatch it, you miss so much of it that you lose the fact that it's that good.
You know, it was a good movie.
Boondock Saints
too?
is one of those movies.
John Carpenter's Vampires.
I agree.
That was okay. It was
I
okay.
love that movie. I thought it was hysterical and just the right
I
amount
liked-
of horror.
Like, so there's like a lot of 80s movies that I wanted to put on the list too, but like it couldn't be my favorite. Like I liked Lost
How about-
Boys.
Yes, I did too.
I also struggled not putting The Crow on my list.
That one too. That was a good time period.
I struggled with Broken Arrow. That was.
Is it-
I love that movie.
Is that the Travolta? The Travolta
Slater,
Christian
John
Slater?
Travolta, yep.
John, yeah.
Hell to the yes.
The Crow just makes me think of the tragedy of Brandon Lee.
Yeah.
It doesn't make
Yeah,
me
me
think
too.
anything more than that.
I
It's
have a
an
question
excellent
for
movie.
Canned.
That's-
Yeah, bud.
When you watch Interview with the Vampire, do you
Yeah.
find yourself slightly attracted?
Attracted to both.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
That is very common.
We're gonna
That is
retire
very
close to
common.
each
That's
other.
all the questions I have, Your Honor.
Vampire, and all I can think of is Dope Hinder from Deadpool 2.
Yes.
Talking about fucking Interview with a Vampire and how he's Kristen Dunst.
I'll say this, Canned. If your answer to Sneak's question is yes, you're not the only one in the group
Yeah,
that
no.
would say yes.
They
I think
were
that movie
some
was-
good-looking
was-
vampires, man, and it was meant to be that way. If
Yeah.
you read the book, it is still that way.
Yeah.
It was very well done. And then
Boondock
reading the
Saints
book
is a
after watching the
goddamn work of
movie
art.
is like
Okay.
watching the behind the scenes. Reading the book is like
Con
behind
Air
the scenes.
Langoliers. Okay, we
I gotta-
can't talk
I
I
about
gotta
movies all
change
night.
mine.
Shut up.
Ghost Rider. We forgot Ghost
Oh,
Rider.
God.
Hold on.
Oh god.
Langoliers.
Another classic. What we have here is failure to communicate. Cool Hand Luke.
No.
Can't tell you how many
Now that's
times I've
getting
watched
to
Cool
Guns
Hand
N'
Luke.
Roses.
What about Life with Eddie Murphy? You want your
Yeah.
cornbread?
You gonna eat your cornbread?
I'm from New York City. You know me, my cornbread.
raise
Part two of my
room.
killing spree will start right up in here on your ass.
Y'all ever seen Major Payne?
Good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna break my foot in your ass.
Sneak and I tend to quote Major Payne every time we play Warzone.
Yeah,
in
because if
fact.
he in there, he ain't happy.
If he in there, he ain't happy.
You gonna take your mind off that pain, boy.
Boy, go tell mom it's not feel now. Somebody needs an attitudinal adjustment.
Look, he's all down on the ground. He's like, one tubby.
You guys are killing me. I think we had a great
Oh,
show
I-
tonight, guys. Thanks for hanging.
Oh shit.
Super fun. Also, you're invited to jump into the Everyone's Allowed to Talk conversation in Discord. Immediately after the show, we have an after
Drop
show.
the link so I can
guys
drop it in
are-
mine. I don't have it quick done.
You guys are more than welcome to jump in, hang out, tell us about your movies. We can quote movies all goddamn night for all I care. Jump in, have funsies. Everyone say good night.
Oh
Night.
shit.
Night.
There we go. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Thank you so very much for hanging out. Love you.
Nick,
You love you, Lord.
Bye.
Nick.
Nick, you gotta say bye, Nick.
Say goodbye,
Bye,
Nick.
Nick. Say goodbye. Wave goodbye, Nick.
Corso, come to Discord.
Lordy, bye.
Say goodbye, Nick.
Bye, Nick.